Hello everyone, how are you? Hope everybody is fine. Okay, today I'm going to initiate you to a new lesson, which is a grammar lesson, and this lesson is planned for first year baccalaureate level. It's going to be a grammar lesson, and we're going to see how to use relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are words which we use to refer to persons or objects, places, or different things. So let's start from this example. Children who dress up in masks and costumes go to cafes. In this sentence, as you see, we have a relative pronoun, which is who. Who is used to refer to children. And here, in this sentence, we have two clauses. These two clauses are called main clause and relative clause. The main clause is the sentence which has a complete meaning. The relative clause is the clause which gives more information to the person, the object, the place, or whatever we are speaking about. So the first example, children who dress up in masks and costumes go to cafes. Here we have who dress up in masks and costumes. This clause makes a sense, and go to cafes is another clause. So the clause children go to cafes is what we call the main clause. Children go to cafes. Who dress up in masks and costume is what we call relative clause. Now we are left with one word, which is relative pronoun. It's who. The main clause is children go to cafes, and relative clause is this. Dress up in masks, etc., and costumes. Now, as we see here, the word who is used to join the two parts or the two clauses, and it refers to the subject, which is children. Now, who refers to children? Now, let's see another example. B. I know a man who works as a cook in a famous restaurant. Again, here we have two clauses. The main clause is this. I know a man works as a cook in a famous restaurant is the relative clause. And the relative pronoun used here is the word who again. C, example C. The suitcase which he is carrying is too heavy. Again, we have two clauses. The main clause is the suitcase is too heavy. The relative pronoun is this word, which is which. And the relative clause he is carrying. Example D. The boy whose shirt is yellow is Jim's brother. Again, the main clause here is this. The boy is Jim's brother. The relative pronoun used here is this word, whose. And the relative clause, T-shirt is yellow. Fifth example, Muslims prefer to go to the mosque, where they perform their prayers. Let's add another column. Muslims prefer to go to the mosque. This is the main clause. The relative pronoun used here is the word where, and the relative clause is they perform their prayer. Now, as you see here, from these examples, we have seen how these clauses are linked together to make one complete sentence. Okay? And here we use these pronouns to refer to, in the first example, we use the word who to refer to children. We also use the word who to refer to a man. So what you notice, the word who is used to refer to people, children, man, woman, girl, students, group of people, or one person, plural or singular. We use who. Which is used to refer to the suitcase is too heavy. So the word suitcase is an object. We use which to refer to objects. Next one, the word whose. The boy is, yes, the boy is James' brother. The boy, what does he have? He has a t-shirt. So a t-shirt belongs to the boy, which means whose means his. Whose refer to his. It also refers to her or their. So these are what we call in English possessive adjectives. We use her when we refer to what the man, what the woman, what the girl, what the boy has. It's possessive. And the last one is the word where. Where refer to the mosque, and the mosque is a place. So we use where to refer to places. There are, of course, other relative pronouns, which we will see later. Today is just an initiation, an introduction, a brief, simple introduction to let you know, to help you know and understand how to use relative pronouns. Which, who, whose, and where. Okay, now let's move to practice. Fill in the gap, or fill in with who, which, whose, or where. Number one, the play we saw last month was very good. So the play, what is it here? Is it a person, an object, possessive or place? Of course, the play is an object, so we use which. Number 2, the girl is putting up her hand. The girl is putting up her hand is the best student. The girl here, people, objects, or possessive. So the girl here is a person and it's used as a subject. Of course, we are going to use who. The girl who is putting up her hand is the best student. Third one, the man hat is so funny, looks like a detective. The man here and hat. Whose hat? So it's the man's hat. Well, referring to the man's possession, the man has a hat. So it's this. The man's hat, or his hat. In this case, we use this pronoun. And we say, the man whose hat is so funny, looks like a detective. Number 4, the classroom, and we have blank. I'm working now is in Oulad Hariz West High School in Hetswal. The classroom, we are referring to a place. And the pronoun we use to refer to a place is the word where. Okay, so there are, of course, other pronouns, other relative pronouns, which we are going to see later. Why not next year? So this is just a simple introduction to relative pronouns. Just one very important thing to note to you is the use of the word that. Remember, we can use that as a pronoun to refer to people or things. So we can use that in the place of who or which. Example, it's possible to use the word that here. The play that we saw last month was very good. Number 2, the girl who is putting up her hand is the best student. It's also possible to use that, and we can say the girl that is putting up her hand is the best student. But we don't use the word that, okay, in the place of whose or where, only with these two pronouns, which and where. Thank you very much for following us. Okay, I will put some practice on the web page or on this link, which we are sharing with you now, with the associations of parents and mothers in Hetswal. Thank you so much. Have a good time. Okay, see you later.